welcome back to my channel where we talk about all things Transformers and Transformers action figure related. And today on my channel we're going to be looking at the KO MP40 Targetmaster Hotrod, or as it's called here, Hotrodimus. So Hotrodimus, aka Targetmaster Hotrod, comes with his Targetmaster Nebulon buddy, or Planet Master buddy, Firebolt. So we're going to take a quick look at this dude and see if the KO version is worth picking up. So first of all, as we always do on my channel, let's take a look at the box. And on the front of this we get some great looking product shots here, pretty much as you did with the other one. The box itself, when it came, did feel a bit like it still had the powder on it a little bit from the litho printing. So I guess that's really speaks to it being a bit of a KO. It did feel a bit powdery, but hey, the quality looks good on the box. You get some laminate over this to make it a little bit more shiny, but the pictures look good. Obviously, the writing on it, I can't pronounce everything that is on this, but we have Long Life Design, Takara Tomy, Masterpiece, Targetmaster, Hotrodimus Prime, Transformers there, and the MP40 with the Autobot logo there on the front. On the side here we get a bit more of the product shot there, with Hotrod having his Targetmaster embedded right into the engine compartment, which is a cool thing to do. On the bottom, probably lots of warnings and stuff like that, telling you not to eat your children, and for people over the age of 15. On the back we have a multitude of product shots here, from Hotrod himself to a bit of a collection here of Prime, Magnus and Hotrod. Obviously you can see the size differences here. We'll take a look at some of these later on. And then we also get his Targetmaster's different shots of the Targetmaster here as well, in bot mode and within the alt mode, and everything that comes in the package there, along with a card and stuff like that. On the top we get Silver Transformers Masterpiece, and on the other side we get a picture of Hotrod getting ready to blast away somebody else. So we also get these destructions here as well in the worksheet format that I really like. Picture inside of him talking about the Photon Laser as well, showing where the Photon Laser can go. Also we get the transformation for his little buddy Targetmaster, and then just some more product shots and stuff like that on the inside as well, how he goes from a supercar to the bot mode. We also get this Masterpiece card on the inside as well. Awesome artwork on the front of this of Hotrod in his bot mode, his alt mode, and then his Targetmaster buddy here as well in their alt mode and their bot mode as well. Firebolt looking absolutely sick there. That's a really nice piece of artwork there. And then on the back, obviously I can't understand everything that it says on here, but we get his power stats of a 10, a 10, a 9, a 10. Again, I'm not sure what all of these things mean, but really great. This is more of a card rather than the plastic ones that we get with the likes of X-Transbot, but it's a nice looking card. Moving on then to the main event himself, and this is a cracking looking little Hotrod. Not disappointed in this alt mode whatsoever. We get some lovely looking translucent pieces here at the front, that classic Hotrod emblazoned image on the front here with the Autobot logo in the middle. We also get this chromed out engine piece that comes out translucent for the top. I would have liked to have seen this maybe in a different color. I like this when it's blue. Unfortunately for this one it is just translucent on this. The massive spoiler and the chromed out pipes as we go through it, really smooth. Back looks absolutely fantastic, 100% show accurate there. Really cool. These little engines as well, you can kind of maneuver them a little bit around depending on how you want it to look. I quite like it with the engines out there a little bit more. And then we also get the wheels here that spin round fine. These are just plastic though. They haven't got the rubberized tires that I would have liked to have seen in a masterpiece. But overall, this is just your classic hot rod. Feels really good in hand, no metal pieces. The only issue that I have found on this figure is here on my chrome. So the chrome is slightly damaged at the box here, 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 and here. Everything else I have found to be absolutely spot on with no problems. But as I always do on this channel, I always try to give you the most honest opinion that I can. And my honest opinion is that this feels great, but it does have these 4 spots on the chrome there that aren't exactly perfect. This dude has potential, lad, and first of all, he does have accessories as well. And first thing is his photon laser. So his photon laser is just a solid bit of burgundy plastic here with some nice molded imagery on it, but also you can flip this round. So this is for when he's in his bot mode to hold it. This is for when he's in the car mode, and in the car mode you can position this on the car in 3 spots. So you can put it here, which is pretty cool. So it looks like he's driving along with that. I do like these little pieces that go down and come back up, so there's not holes and gaps in it. These must be like spring loaded, so you put it in and then they'll just go there. So that's his photon laser, but of course the main accessory that this dude comes with is his Targetmaster companion. So the Targetmaster companion firebolt here is a nice looking firebolt, I have to say. I was very impressed with this little dude, especially when I look at my X-Transbots one that I got the other day with lock. I think this is pretty nice. You know, Targetmasters are a difficult thing to do. This feels good, it articulates, and it looks pretty nice as well. So you've got the classic grey and black, and then the transformation. The arms always look a little bit sketchy on all of these, but overall this isn't too bad at all. In the car section that we have here, this actually does combine with this car mode here as well. This is a little bit tricky, so what you have to do is pull this out and pull this out, and then also move the arms out. So you've got this piece just here, then bring it forward, and I hope I can do this on camera. So lift this section up, and then you've got the little square peg in here. Now I have to kind of hold the face because otherwise this thing moves around too much, and then you want to plug this into that square hole there. So try and do it, like I say, on camera, but it can be a little bit of a tricky one just to maneuver in, but it's a good tricky because it means it makes a solid grip in there. There we go. So I've got it in, so you can see that that goes in, and then you close everything up around that then, and then you've got your gun sitting on the front of Hot Rod. That looks pretty good. That's an alright looking gun. Time for a comparison now, and we'll start by comparing him to the Power of the Primes Hot Rod here, which is a piece of crap and I hate it. You can see the quality difference here. I mean, you can just see it. I don't need to point all of this out to you. This is just a far supreme version of Hot Rod, and actually cheaper than you can pick this dude up for as well. Sticking him next to a G1 Rodimus Prime, we can see the size difference here as well. Obviously he's a lot bigger than a G1 Rodimus. I don't own a G1 Hot Rod at the moment, probably something I would like to pick up in the future. Next to your Earthrise figures then, he is a lot bigger than your Earthrise. This is your Earthrise Prime Shattered Glass version, who's obviously not really going to scale with all of those. Next to your MP Prime, yeah, you know, he scales quite well. They look pretty good together. Yeah, build quality feels pretty good on this. In fact, I have issues with this figure. The classic, my fuel canisters don't tab in. So actually, apart from the chrome issues on this, I would say the build quality feels better on my KO version. Sorry, Hasbro. If you are somebody who likes to store your cars in the back of Prime, then good news, because Hot Rod will also fit snugly into the back of your trailers, which is pretty cool. Transformation time on this dude then, and the first thing we're going to do is pick him up and flip out this little arm and flip out this arm here as well. So you've got your two arms out there. Then with the arms here, you can kind of loosen everything just a little bit around these sections, and then you just move the head area here. I haven't loosened everything quite enough. Flex it all out, and then the head will just come through here. And you can see everything just starts to transform in and around this head area at the front. So you can just bring it through. Ooh, move the arms, and there we go. So we just bring that through and then fold the head round, and you can see that's formed quite nicely the chest area for Hot Rod. Then coming around the back, you want to just make sure that this area here, so this is what was the engine compartment, can now just go to the back. Then just make sure that's nice and flat. While you're here, just wiggle on these arms, and then you'll see that they'll come out on these little hinges here. Obviously these hinges do feel okay, but they are just thin plastic hinges. There's no metal support, so just be very careful that you're not going to get any stretch marks on them. Then rotate the arm and rotate the arm down like so. These sections here can just fold back for now to allow you to maneuver around with the hands. Then we can open up this section just here, and we can fold out Hot Rod's arm, hand one, and then same on this section here, and then use that little tab there to just flip it around. So we've got the hands out, the arms out, rocking and rolling pretty well here. Fold these two sections back as well, just like this, and then we can come around the back, and what's going to happen is this section here is just going to lift up. So let's see if it will do that. Yeah, there we go. So we've lifted up the back section here. With the back section up, just flip and flip. So those two bits are now just sat on the inside there. Then we can look at folding in this section here, and then this section here. So you've got those two bits folded in, and then the whole system just folds around to give him a big old backpack. Then we can just maneuver that round there. So he's got a big ass backpack, and then after we have done this, next section is just flip out this, maneuver that out. Then we just open up the back here and unfurl the leg, which will just go up and click into place. So really nice, easy leg transformation on this dude. So lift it up. There's a little tab inside already where it's all tabbed together, and then lift it up and tab back in. So you've got his lovely scrawny looking legs, and then out come the feet, and then again you'll have this toe here, and then you'll also have this toe there. One last step here, these tabs, this tab here and this tab here, needs to tab into the backpack just there. So the tab in, but it just takes a little bit of maneuvering and a little bit of work. I would be concerned around stretch marks here as well, so just be very careful because none of this is metal, so it is all plastic, so just be careful with stretch marks while doing this piece. Hopefully everything will just stay tabbed in really nicely, but that's everything tabbed in. Stops the backpack from being all loosey-goosey. So here we have our fully transformed Rodimus Prime Hot Rod Targetmaster, whatever it is you want to call him, but this is him in his fully transformed robot mode, and I think he looks gorgeous. He's a very, very nice looking hot rod. Can't find any faults with the way that the dude looks. I mean, if we come in and we look at this head sculpt, it's a beautiful looking head sculpt for hot rod. Absolutely classic. The eyes, I guess, could be a bit bluer for me. They're a little bit grayed out, so I don't know if the original Masterpiece had grey eyes as well. Let me know down in the comments, because obviously I don't own that one. But again, this emblazoned badge on his front looks incredible in the bot mode. Love the translucent orange here on the front. This bit kind of doesn't, it's just a bit squared off. I don't know if I'd have liked to have seen this a little bit less stuff going on around here. But as we go down, we have the plastic orange on the legs, this kind of grey to a pinky grey type affair here on the bottom. I can't quite work out what that colour is, but it's nice enough. On the arms as well, the arms look really, really smooth, really classic. Love the way that the wheels just stick out here at the top. The chrome issues that mine has here are also on display here and here, so unfortunately whatever mode mine is in, I am going to always have these chrome issues on display, which is really for me what kind of lets this figure down a little bit. Everything else I'm more than happy with at the moment. The back is a big old backpack. I mean, I'm looking forward to the SS the Studio Series to see if that has a cleaner back, because for me hot rods shouldn't really have a backpack, but yeah, it's okay. Articulation then on this dude is we get a full 360 on the head, we get some ups, we get a major up, all to the point where it looks like his head is going to come off, and we get some downs as well, so major articulation on this dude's head. On the arms, we can get a full 360 on the arms. You can just have to maneuver it around, or you can even move this a little bit out of the way, but that's fine. And then we can also get a rotation here at the shoulder. The shoulders do look a little bit weird. The mechanism's okay, but the way that it has to bend with his wheel going in, I mean, that's a weird angle, right? So yeah, it looks okay, but a bit weird. Then we also, at the elbow, you can get a full 360 here. Overextension as well at the arm, and then the hands also articulate as well, so that's pretty damn cool. At the waist, you're going to get a full 360 here at the waist, and then also major ab crunch, but yeah, ab crunches always look a little bit weird. I mean, yeah, a little bit weird because you just get a major gap here, nothing really fills it. You get plenty of hip skirt action here to allow everything to move. I think it would have been nice to have got some separation here, because this whole piece just kind of moving forward is a bit odd. Then we also get a full maneuver to the back here. If you bend the knee, it won't really go any further than that, but it will go forward all the way and out to the side. I'm not sure if he'll be able to ninja kick because his feet are really quite thin with it being a hot rod, but no, dude can ninja kick. And then we also get some knee articulation. You actually get a double knee joint here, which is really nice, so you can get a lot of maneuverability, and you get a twist here at the thighs as well. Move these hip skirts back down, and then you also get really nice bit of toe articulation, left, right, and then obviously it will close again. So massive articulation, really good. He can hold a pose pretty well. Everything holds together, you know, the back piece, all the pegs, everything tabs together and actually feels like a really solid figure. So again, apart from the chrome challenges, I have no real issues with this figure. Dude's got some crazy gizmos and gadgets going on with him as well. You can flip open his head, and then you can try and get to the glasses that are inside. They are a little tough to get to. No, there we go. So you can open up the head, and then these glasses will just flip out like that. So he can wear his goggles and his glasses. They're not blue, so that's a bit of a letdown. I definitely prefer the blue version here, but yeah, I mean, what are you gonna do, right? Let me know if the original Masterpiece version is blue, because I don't have that, obviously. So it'd be nice to know if they just skimped on the blue plastic here. Other little things that this dude can do would be to open up his chest. Now the chest compartment just opens up like so, and then what we can do is we can get our matrix from our MP10. We can just add it in there, so it's not quite where it would be, it's more in his gut than in his chest, but it's a nice little addition. And then you kind of slide this back across, and he can store the matrix from the AP10G or the MP10, whichever one you want. Because his hands articulate, you can also make him hold the matrix as well by sticking his thumbs in and making him hold it, which is pretty cool. Also, he can hold, obviously, his other weapons in this mode, so you can bring out his photon cannon and switch it round to this. Then his hand will open up, and you can just slide this one in. So you just put it in there, in the grip of the hand, hopefully, and then it'll just fit in there, and then he can hold his weapon like so with the photon cannon like that. Looks pretty good. Then finally we have his Targetmaster partner. So that is what you need to connect to the car, and then to make sure that he can connect to the hand, you just bring out this section here. Now this should go in, let me see how well this will actually slot in. So again, this just goes into that little section there. Yeah, and that fits in very, very nicely. Pretty cool. Focusing in on the Targetmaster now, we can just put Hotrod to one side. Transformation on this dude is very, very easy. Unfold, unfold, and then he'll just kind of fold out himself. Then switch this up, and then bring the legs down, move the head back, and the arms will just fall down to the sides there, and to the sides there, and then that's it. There we go. There is your fully transformed Fireball. And he's actually quite a good looking Targetmaster. He's got the black head, the blue visor. These bits look good, it feels good. He has multiple points of articulation as well. No paint issues at all. This is made out of solid black plastic, I think, and just grey molded plastic. So shouldn't have any paint issues apart from the blue visor that doesn't seem to have any. Articulation will do a full 360, a double extension on the arm. No hand articulation. The head does articulate on a ball joint and go hop. No, a little bit of up, a little bit of down, not too much. Obviously no waist rotation or anything like that, but you do get a almost full forward leg at the back. Almost full at the back. He will kind of go out to the side a lot more, and an overextension on the knee due to the transformation. So you can articulate him fairly well. So very quick comparison between this and the X-Transbot's take on this figure. Then we can see the X-Transbot's take on the figure is slightly bigger, but shit, let's be honest. It doesn't even, I mean, this is the one that I got with Locke. If you watch my video on lock, you'll see he is trash, and straight away he has paint issues, and also he doesn't really transform in the same way. You can see this has the classic look of having those sections come up behind it, and this one has these very small ports here. This dude also, because of, I guess, an issue at the factory, doesn't transform correctly, so he can't even go in anyone's hands. So he also doesn't have the visor the same way that this dude does. So overall, yeah, this is much better than the X-Trans about to take. So time for the comparison now, and first of all, let's bring out the awful power of the Prime's version of Hot Rod. This is actually my favourite mode for him. He doesn't look too bad, but he's got some stunted ass looking legs here, but hey, this is an awful figure and I absolutely hate it. So he is miles better than that. Looking at the classic version of Rodimus, he actually is slightly taller by a little bit, but not by very much. Obviously wildly better articulation and stuff like that. Next to your MP scale Prime, he scales quite well. Prime just in the picture here. Angle my camera slightly so Prime get in fully, but you know, he's a growing lad, and he's got potential, lad, so he'll grow up to be that big, I guess. So I think size wise that looks quite good. But next to your Earthrise figures, so bring in a Shattered Glass Prime, and he's actually bigger than Prime already, so that's how he compares to a lot of figures. So final thoughts and recommendations on this dude. Would I recommend you pick him up? If you're not bothered about having KOs in your collection, then yeah. I think, like I say, my only challenges are these slight chrome issues on my figure. That's it. Everything else transforms great. I've transformed this dude 4 or 5 times now. Absolutely no stretch marks, no challenges, no nothing. He tabs together, this backpack tabs together very, very securely. I have no issues at all. You can see everything, no stretch marks, no nothing. As I said, the only issue that I have are those chrome marks, and I have similar issues with my MP10G that is legit from Hasbro. So hey, chrome is a challenge no matter what. Yeah, I would definitely recommend it. Let me know your thoughts on this dude down in the comments. Have you got this dude? How does he differ from the original Masterpiece version? Please let me know, and I'll see you in my next video. Alright guys, in a bit. Peace!